Okay guys, hello, I'm Naru Foxtail, and I'm going to be drawing a anime girl today. I already have this kind of rough outline of the head. It's just going to be the head. I'm not going to draw the whole thing. Just going to draw the neck here really quick. Alright, so this is how I usually, almost always start out my characters. I draw, a little crosshair in between, just to kind of give the rough place of where the eyes and such are going to be. Okay, so let's get to it. I'm going to draw the ears first, actually. Ears in anime aren't going to be that big. I don't know. Well, that's just my preference. I don't like making them too giant. And the eyes are going to start at the top of the ears. Notice how I'm making the top of the eye darker, especially for girls in manga or anime. They're going to have darker eyelids to show their femininity. I don't know what you'd call it, but you know. And they also have these outrageous eyelashes. Okay, so I'm just gonna erase this little middle line because it's not really needed anymore. That was just to separate the head. Alright, now I'm going to draw a circle for the eye. A little circle, not a complete circle, but kind of like the beginnings of one. And I'm going to end it up here. Same with this one. I'm going to draw a highlight in that space that I didn't draw anything. That's just how I do it. And I don't always do it that way either, so. I can see I'm adding in the pupils. Alright, so these are going to be, pretty big pupils. In anime, it's all about the eyes, guys. You gotta remember that. It's all about the eyes. It's all about the eyes. I don't know what else to say. Okay, moving on. I'm going to switch pencils, actually, because I'm not making this as dark as I'd like it. And these aren't any special pencils. I do have them, I just don't feel like using them right now. Gotta make this darker. Okay. Notice how I kind of got lighter as I went down the eye. That's a thing you might want to try. Try it with the eye. That rhymed. Okay, moving on. I add these eyelids in. Some people go all across the eyes. Some people do very little. Some people don't do it at all. But I usually like to add them right in the center. I don't know why. That's just me. And I could go on for hours about these eyes, but, this has to be a pretty short video. I need to go quicker, alright. Alright. Basically, I'm just going to touch on the eyebrows a little bit. I just like to make them darker in the middle. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, now the rest of it's actually getting easier for the face. In manga and anime, basically, that's going to be your nose, just a dot. And your mouth, generally, is just going to be kind of like this. At least this is how I do it. I kind of make two lines that don't connect, and then have this third line as kind of the bottom of the lip area. Okay. I'm going to just quickly go over these lines right here, make them not as rough. This is going to be kind of a sketch, Alright, as for the hair, I'm just making this up as I go along, so. Well, basically, I'm just going to have bangs coming down across the hair, and then kind of have it fanning out at the sides. So you'll see. Alright, when doing hair, you want to do it pretty quick, You kind of want to make your pencil, fly as you go along. Just. You don't have to add the sound effects, that's just me. Seriously, in art class, they'll actually hear me going. They all look at me like I'm nuts. Because I am. And top of the hair is just gonna be like this. I kind of like to think of it as the apple. I don't know. It's like this little cut right here. Yeah, let me move it out a little bit so you can see it better. This is cut, and then it kind of fans off. I like to make it a little bit angular to give it volume. Give it a lot of volume, yeah. Okay, enough of that. And yeah, this isn't going to be very stylish here, I know. This is just kind of like giving you the proportions for the whole thing. Yeah. I'm not going to try making it too fancy, because this is my first video on this kind of crap, so. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my kneaded eraser. It is kneaded right now. It's a ball. It doesn't mean I like balls in any certain way. You know, I'm not weird like that. I'm just going to stop talking. For the ears, I'm just going to add a little bit of detail in there, just to show that they are ears and not random lumps coming out of your head. The neck, most artists in anime, sorry I messed that up. Most artists in anime like to make the neck smaller. I kind of like to make it, leave it proportionate to the head. That's just me, though, okay? You know, I'm not telling you this is the way. There's like millions of ways. You know, find your own style and become great with that, you know. Due to my getting close to a time limit. Actually, you know what? No, I can actually shade this all in pretty much. Alright. Last thing is that I like to add these little blush lines right here. Especially if it's a girl, you know, you like to see blushing at me. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to start going with the hair. Just giving it very light at first. Notice how I'm holding the pencil like way back. Yeah, so it doesn't press down as hard. Alright. I know this is kind of boring right now. I'm not really saying anything. There's not much to say. Just follow the lines that you made. Don't go against the lines. Alright. And I'm going to make this part behind the neck is going to be darker, you know, to give it depth, 3D-ness, whatever you want to call it, perspective, I don't know. And guess what, guys, we're pretty close to being finished. I'm not going to shade the whole face. That could take forever, and I don't think you want to stick around that long. This is just my first video. I'll probably get better at it, so, you know. Just adding these little lines in here. Add these, a little bit of shading underneath of that. And also the shading is gonna, I didn't really follow this rule because the light's coming down from below, but basically you want your shading to go in the opposite direction of the light. You know, that seems pretty obvious, but sometimes you forget it when you're moving along, just doing your own thing. And guys, that's like basically it. Make the eyeball a little bit darker. I hope this helped in some way. I'm not really sure. Oh, so I had that little line. I don't know. I hope this helped a little bit, you know. Just remember, like, when drawing manga, it doesn't take so much detail. It's the lack of detail that makes it, you know, astounding. The most detail you're going to get usually is in the hair and in the eyes, especially in the eyes. And this was Naru Foxtail. And I'll turn it back so you can see it well. Look at that. Ooh. Yay. Pretty girl. Okay. I think that's it, guys. I'm going to darken these last few lines really quick. And I'm going to say goodbye. This is my first... Yeah, keep in mind, this is my first video, okay? I'm just trying not to screw up a lot. that's all I have to say about that. So, see you later.